Good evening, my fellow country people. Good evening, Papa and Mami them. Good evening, beautiful people of the beloved nation, Ambazonia. Good evening, fellow Ambazonians. It's my pleasure to welcome you to today's edition of Amber Voice with Mr. Nanchop. Now, I want to make these few announcements before we go into the show of today. First of all, I want to recognize our ghost town that began today, the 4th of December 2020. As announced by the interim government, we get to start a specific strategic ghost town today. And that's good. This particular ghost town being for make sure where people then be safe during the launching of the attacks of our ARFs on every attempt of La République to defy the laws imposed and set a place by the interim government. Papa and Mami them, as the days they go by, we dey grow, we dey become stronger, and La République will keep for the underestimate we, the one at their own problem. But you no get for underestimate or disobey when the interim government give a law. Because if one do something, we no can tell you so one do this thing against the Republic. But we will only take decision or tell you something, say do this or do this. So that with the hope say when you obey what you will talk, you no go become a victim for which we plan for do. Now, why that will be very important if the interim government pass a law, say, this day na ghost town. Every individual, every Ambazonian get for try for obey that law. Okay, think for instance, say, one launch a very deadly attack against La République for some area. The only means we would make a not affect our citizens. Now, for tell we declare ghost towns, our citizens will not say they will stay home. But the stubborn one, they will go for street in La République, then when they need to obey. And it will give you an open room for fire them. But if some person can't tell you, say, no obey ghost town, no obey ghost town, that ghost town don't make sense. You come out, you go. You want to go do something now, you go become a victim. Might tell something. This one a war. A matter of life and death. We no despair. It will be for the advantage of every Ambazonian for ground zero. So if the interim government make a law or pass a decree, you get for urgently as a matter of urgency. If you toilet, oh you no better go toilet. Because life beat here. I tell country people. See, if I talk something, I know I don't like to talk about myself and for both, but when I don't make complaints that if I tell you something, I know all things I go talk, but understand which way I not talk from which way I talk. The times are high, stakes are high. La République get to feel the pain. Look, we get to break their bones there. We get to make sure say their papa and their mommy them and they are picking them. Even to the age of baby matter, they feel the pain we feel them. So if we give on a small law, say, tomorrow when I goes down, no matter how urgent it be, once you just hear them and it comes from the interim government, obey. Because you don't know what you plan for do. And you know one become a victim for which you plan for do. And we know if you ever can talk for public, say, tomorrow when I goes down because the plan for explode popcorn for some place. We know if you can talk that kind of thing because it will make La République go take cover. But if you give a warning, say, ghost town, you will be Ambazonian and you will understand our language. Take cover. Hide. Stay for your house. A word to a wife? No. A word to a wise is sufficient. When I click for share button, Papa and Mami them, as soon as they join, because today, I get plenty of things for talk and I want press them within 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I don't go repeat myself. And any man will come late, he go find himself to blame. And before I go into my presentation in the proper, I get a special guest who I will bring you up shortly. But before I bring my special guest, I want to make some few greetings then. 21 God salute for all our beautiful girls, them, beautiful generals, them for Ground Zero. I know, I'm talking about the female generals. Yes. I cut on a cafe, I give on a 21 gun salute. All that was Sherry Coco, the way they don't carry AK. And the one way they walk on the ground. You know what I mean? I give on a 21 gun salute. Our able parliament them, pedicare for quad, grandfather them, don't grant them for quad. I cut on a salute. Cafe, Mr. Nanchop, give on a cafe, 21 gun salute. When I do a strong work. You see, one of the things we would underpraise them, I repeat, underpraise them. We never overpraise them. We not underpraise them for this revolution. That the braveness of our people, the braveness of the boys and girls, the way they stand for different homeland. Look, now they made La Republic the shake. And I will tell when I something today for this show where my way miss this show, he go cry, he go regret. So you know why my friend missed this show, share. Copy the link, put them for all your WhatsApp group, and start putting the code. May all man come to the for you. But before we come to the story in the proper, I might see who don't connect. I might see what happen for you for Facebook already. Got OG. Wow. I see Becky say, hey, Mr. Nanchop. I see Sakwe says, welcome, German Steel. Thank you. Well, the whole of the week, I don't be live. Some of when I did soon, I don't miss my shows them. See, I will do a series of shows them in the next days. Them. If you miss show 1, you know if you understand show 2. Now the problem that it's like the series the way they look at. When you miss some episode, if you don't understand the other episode. So try your best every day. Now what I want to keep the show them short, 1 hour, highest 1 hour 30 minutes. So that if you even cook, you just put that on in the air. So that when you miss some show, go watch them. Wait till I will talk today and wait till I can talk tomorrow. If you miss what I talk today, you know if you understand which I talk tomorrow. Now what I be very important for everyone for the follow my shows them and for the share. Because even La Republic don't pay Facebook for 5 minutes. If you imagine, Facebook now don't be against, but we go domo the domo. Because the born we inside domo. Now we understand a talk, you understand a talk. Papa, mommy them. Before I enter in the tour in the proper, I say I get a wonderful comrade and a guest who I will bring you up. And I want to touch some topic where I think say it be very important for we to understand, most especially for this stage for the revolution we fight, we struggle for do a lot of things. I want to appreciate this wonderful Ambazonians there. I see how a lot of people are struggling. Look, listen, I talked yesterday for my show, say La Republic get France, La Republic get China, La Republic get people the way if you go borrow money from. Just of recent, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, they give La Republic money, say they want support for COVID. La Republic take the money, go buy weapons. La Republic go take credit from France for buy weapons, for pay soldiers them, for come fight Ambazonian. But what Ambazonian restoration forces them, the interim government, you and me, we not get no country where they support we officially. Where if we go borrow money for them. Now you will watch me. Now me. Now we will support ourselves. That our brother them, our sister them, our picking them for Ground Zero. They be dependent on your effort and my effort. It means say if you weak, them go weak. If I weak, them go weak. You see. Now, the little announcement I want to bring on my guest more talk about, it gets something to do with this because it be very important. I know if you ever see place where an Ambazonian go lost money, I be quiet. I must talk him. May no fall for that chuki. Because I don't monitor in the past months then. I don't see plenty Ambazonians that don't fall for some trap where I want to expose them today. Now, I don't go expose them authoritatively. I will expose them in an adversary manner. I will give them advice. A word to a wise is sufficient. I choose today for bring this comrade because he get experience and he don't be a victim. And he will give a testimony for his own victimization for which we don't experience them. And I one of we. And I know see plenty other Ambazonians and the way they don't fall for the thing, but I want to talk. When I don't surely hear about it, kind of they call and say, they get it. In fact, since we're this small, I don't do editing. Since we can't wear my country, I don't do editing. You go here, they get different names where they change them every year. But one sad thing I say, plenty of people them, they've been moved by this merchant story tales where they tell them. They try for investigate. One, two, I don't say about black man. If you want to hide something from black man, write them inside book, give the black man, he will keep them. But he didn't inside that book, he no go read them. He no go investigate. I don't know why we lack for investigate, for research. Certain things there. What I want to talk today, this small advice, so I want to just bring this to our guest. We'll go talk for the next 10 minutes before our guest will go. Then we'll continue with our show. Now for advisory, because a lot of pit holes, they don't be set in. So when they will come up with a financial game, they call and say, coins weighty, they say this, they get their names and plenty. On passive, they don't come out with a new name on passive. They're on passive. Since 2 years ago, I hear President talk about on passive. They say 2018 December, the one launch on passive. They make all kind of video. Look, go for internet, it did it. And one good thing about internet, I say, when person make a write-up or put a post for YouTube, the date we upload them, they go for YouTube. You'll get all the video them. They already talk about it in them for years. And every time now and then, they will come up with a fresh strategy. We're about to launch it. We're about to do this. People will come. They put money. They say, then they get some system. They say, the first 1,000 people or the first 10,000 people who are giving their money, they'll receive a special status. They will be privileged. They will give you something where you will be forced to say, oh, I want to become among the first 10,000. Then they'll tell you, say, if you bring other people, you will get bonus. The more people, it's a pure manipulation. And you know what? Look at it very well. The way white man don't chop Africans, you never correct. It don't bring in another strategy for chop them again. And if you look at this thing, now mostly Africans and few gullible Asians and people them for this poor white man and they fall for that thing. But mostly the Africans then they fall for. You know why? I know I'm blasphemy. I want to just talk this to me, be very honest. Now because sometimes then we need to take that time for investigate for ourselves, for research things. You want to support another man in business. What about another man for support your own business? If your brother come up, says, may he get a business, me support, will come. But you prefer some Indian man because he talks so awesome, Chinese man, some American man, some white man. How long are we going to be slaves? How long? Well, whatsoever I return my own opinion though, I want to bring onto the screen our wonderful comrade, Ma Dorothy, all the way from Austria. Good evening, comrade Dorothy.
Good evening, Nancho. Happy to be for your program today.
Yes, so Mama, how for you now? How you do?
Fine. Because of this program, I get to really stay up.
I know.
Yes.
And also, I don't keep you up today longer because you be one of those strong Ambazonians away. I really cherish you a lot. In fact, I don't mix with a lot of people for this revolution. And I want to really talk to one without fear or favor. Comrade Dorothy, one of those comrades the way I really admire a lot. I admire her zeal. I admire her commitment. In fact, one of our strong mami them from Mwa LGA. If you imagine, it be the few just so Comrade Dorothy, I wonder we'll take the next 5-10 minutes. We'll talk about this story where we don't see, don't happen. You will see they become for you. Some I no one will call names, but some certain degree I know so you will call names. Because I don't say even inside this revolution, plenty of people they want to support the revolution. And they want means so they can make money for support the revolution. Actually, their intentions are good. But when you overwhelm something, you make yourself vulnerable to deceit. And sometimes you feel overzealously without knowledge, go fall into wrong things then. And we don't see a lot of, even comrades for this revolution, plenty of people don't call me. They try to advertise all these things then. Some of these things, you know what I talk about. Help me name some of them.
So, for just cutting short, for me, really, this particular thing not be released and not be get idea or knowledge about it or know how it dey work.
Mm-hmm.
Because since I think since July they start contact me telling me how good this thing be. I ignore. My children they say they not just want me anything. I close my ear. My husband they not be want me for listening to anything. But when they don't insist too much, they say no, this is something different. They insist for a long time. I say okay, as they insist. Because the condition, they say the condition, I say you get to bring people in. I said, but how?
Hold
If I
on.
want to do something,
My Dorothy, we dey talk about this thing. While viewers don't know the thing what they talk about. You see?
they call it well beyond business. They call it say well beyond.
Okay.
Well
Before
beyond.
you
So when you
continue,
come, yes, when you come in, you get shares inside. So that a certain business where they will be that's you when you just get the shares, you will be having money. You work. That is, I don't know how the money get to come, but the main thing where they use am for convince so many Ambazonians because they say this well beyond you're going to get enough money where you go help for the pay this for the sponsor the revolution. And now
mm-hmm.
why do we see so many people they want for support the revolution, they fall in because they know say, okay, if I put a certain amount in there, I would get enough for support this revolution. So
Mm-hmm.
they after they come to me too much about this thing, telling me about it, educating me, I said no. I know much about this thing. Even my family, you know, most of the time I dey hide before I listen to this call because no person from my house will be one man listen to. But then after some, because I tell them say, if what type of business I get to bring other people, me myself I get to go in, see how this thing dey function before I tell any person. Because before I tell any person about anything, I have to know how it dey work for myself before I involve any person. They say, okay, no problem, you fit join without bringing people. But then after some I struggle now, no way they don't take me. After some time now, it don't be it is since September, but I say I dey see so many people, they put me for some Zoom meeting. I see so many Ambazonians inside. Then I say, okay, this number of Ambazonia where they be in this thing, which be wrong. It may be something they where I don't know. I will go in there on my own and find out what it be. If at all it be something good, okay, it will be nice for me. I'll get that money. But if it not be something good, at least I will get a knowledge of it and know what it be and know how I fit tell other people, advise other people. I join on my own. I go search. I go for internet. I search about the world beyond. I join on my own because I'm a bit determined. I know if bring any person because before bringing any person, I get to know on my own. Say how this thing they work. I go there. I go search on the world beyond this thing. The site. They say okay, join with this amount. Join. And the amount, and I just say okay, let me take this amount. I take. They say order visa card. I order. Okay, in there, as I try for the ask questions, I go everywhere at the be in that way beyond this thing. I dey ask questions. I come across somebody very important in there, where he advised me, tell me, say this thing is a very complex. This thing, he say just see the way where they ask. Then he come to me. He get a small Zoom meeting with me and my husband. Then he tell me, say this thing now this money when you put in there, you will not receive anything because this thing is a complex system. They tell you say you will go into Zoom coin or where you'll be selling crypto and everything. So when now I try for contact the main lady where it do this thing, they call it whether Lydia Hicks or something like that. Where I not be even America from the accent, not be American. If you imagine that woman they use with people, I contact that woman time because I go me one. So I discover I contact that woman for ask how I don't go there my money. I didn't even see anything. What about it? He come me try for tell me say na so like this so. But after some time, I asked him, what about the profits? He said no because I joined like that. I not join through a sponsor. That means I not go through somebody. I join on my own. That's not the reason that I not get anything. Then he's trying now for the tell me about another business. He said for tell me say, oh, business where they say whether what or what like that. I tell he say I join for jump from one business to the other. Then as I start now for each as I don't start for the asking question, go with the story like this. They say, man, don't ever call him. And
Now,
you know
say,
what
wait. I want to understand something.
Yes.
From the story we get, you be encouraged by some individuals and some of your friends and some comrades.
No one called the name. Yes, some comrades.
When a part of the revolution, where they even make me understand, say, when you join this thing, it work, you know, even me, plenty of people approach me for this. They talk about on passive. I even, the worst myself, I even say a comrade for the revolution. Now the advertiser for them. And then, in fact, you know, when some people, them, if you listen to the interview, the two way the comedy talk, I mean, say, it be Ambazonians, more be real. One of the things I don't always encourage them for the revolution for critical thinking. Madoroti, I'll give you the floor to explain. One thing I understand from what you were talking and say, this comrade or comrades, the way that they travel and evangelize, somebody use the word evangelize, encourage people, they can't join this thing. They encourage you, you choose to join. You even put part of your money inside, you enter into it. You start asking a lot of questions. After when they don't collect your money, you meet up with this woman where you ask a question. If you say, if one instead take you again, you join another one, you deny, you don't ask more questions. So you become so inquisitive, you and your husband. And you don't want to know, you ask a lot of questions.
No, wait, my husband, I be taking my husband at time where we go inside alone. Then some the person will advise me about that. I call it, say, come and listen. When they tell me, say, that thing, that money I put inside, you will not get anything. Just indirectly for tell me, say, it's a mafia company. From the way he tell me. And then now I'm just calling me, can't listen, like a witness. For nobody, you know, because in the one to get anything, even my children, I be doing that time when they not be their house before I been back because they won't even use the telephone. They not be one man do anything with it.
Okay,
but my main reason is I want to know for myself, really, because the money, if I not, it not go be that bad. Like person when you go suffer, put a certain amount for side, and maybe like all the money that he put inside with the hope say he go gain something from it. You see, so for me, I be no say. I dey work. If that money lost, you know, go pay in that way, but I want to know what is in there.
Hold on. You are saying something very powerful. Ambazonian, I beg, I want to get this story. And Comedorete, I really thank you for this. You know, they propose this thing for you. You decide to, they tell you something, you bring other people them, and when you bring other people, you go make profit. You just say, but before you go bring other people them for some two, you never know the thing. When you first join, you investigate the thing.
Yes.
So you join, you give in small money, you try to start investigate the thing. They tell you may give more money, you give them. You try for the continue only because you want to investigate them. They tell you may bring more money, you give them. You start investigate them. That way they say and say you do over ask plenty question them, and you don't their answer don't contradict which way they tell you.
Yes.
The lady become the lady who you tell me so you get a communication with. She became arrogant and started insulting you.
Yes.
Wow.
So and then another problem I say they say the visa card. Also, okay, ma apply for the visa card. So you get to apply for the visa card, and for this visa card, you get to go for their coin zoom. That is the way they say their cryptocurrency. And in this coin zoom, I want to go in there and not be able to go inside because they say I get to must put money in there before I come in. I said, okay, I put a small amount in there. As I put the money inside, I want to buy now the Zoom token where they talk. I will order them. They will say order accepted. Then I want to see for my mail. They will say order cancel. Which means that you don't even be possible for buy even with the product where they want me to go in there for buy. Then the money I put inside, I want to withdraw. They say you cannot withdraw. Okay, I want now. I said, okay, I want to resign from the packet where I buy. They say I cannot resign because it don't be more than a month. That means after 1 month, you cannot resign, which means anything we put in there is gone. You cannot do anything. And wait till they do, I'm not like, wait till they do like the what they send me, whether they say $220 beyond books for that book. Yeah. So it means that money we put inside now for order their products. Indirectly, you give them money for they give you some of their products them once a while.
This is terrible. And you know, so, I hear you.
Yes. So now you were normally I say so many people because they put me for some Zoom. They put me for some Zoom meeting. Then for that, I be joined some Zoom meeting where they send the invitation. in there I see so many, as I talk, so many Ambazonians. But then the way the man be the talk, if he insist that kind with the sense say, if you not bring other people, it means you are wicked, you are stingy, you want to get these riches for only for you. So maybe now you will push so many people there for the invite, they make you get that
Mentality,
psychological
that thought.
Yes, so you don't see something will be very nice, very good, but you want to get it for you alone. So now you will be forced to go invite other people. You get through there, you get this provision, and you bring back. As they talk that, I will just close my ears. Say I have to see it on my own. I don't go bring
Hold
any
on.
person, no matter. Let me.
But I don't know why people know they think. Why we black man? Why we always like shortcut? We no want use our own brain for think. Imagine person go tell you say, he get some business where he can launch them, or he can wait they will sell some product, künstliche intelligence. You know, we call it in German künstliche intelligence. That's artificial intelligence. That one they come. They will give you some kind of they use, and these guys are very good. They are very good. You know, during the days in the university, when my days in the university, I did what is called artificial intelligence. To some people, it's a new topic now. These things, if I don't even want to go into that, we learn all these tactics. Mostly what you do, I don't want even go into that for now. But this manipulative tactics and these sweet word things, some people like them, the reason for stir them up with this. That person will tell you, say, he gets a business. If you don't bring other people, they can't bring in money, it means you wicked. They eat fool you. Then they tell you, say, the more people you bring, the more profit you get. For which business? That means, say, at the end of the day, when I bring in my $1,000, they take them. When I bring in more people, they give me a certain percent from the which way they take from the people. So the more people I bring, the more way they take from they give me from their percentage. If it is a 2% from each person. So if I give in $1,000 and I bring in 100 people, or they give in $1,000 and they take 2% from their money, give me. I've been a rich man now. That means in other words, I help them to dupe other people.
Yeah. So the same thing too, as I see to this, the reason why even over annoy me now, because then I see this advertisement for unpassive. They say many people I see poor people from Cameroon, from back home, Ambazonian, they a bit desperate. They say how they join. If normally some person create an artificial intelligence for work money, that means that person don't get enough money where want money again. Some person don't ever be saturated with money. Normally, if person discover, create or invent any artificial intelligent thing where you could work money with, I think that money would be for that person. Why that person will go, they ask you for bring whether $95 or I don't know if it's 95 or how many, so that he could give you that money. He don't create a thing. They even take that, distribute that money for now. More than for wages. First of all, why not first if we be that important way they think give we things they for enjoy, they kill we, they could look the cover eye as we die. So why you will go give any amount? You don't even know. I don't know if all the way they give that money if you get contract, because normally if you want to join a business, you get to get a written contract where everything's there on top. Say after this month, as from this time you will get this amount, or from this time this will happen. And if this not happen now, what is this way you could do? I don't know if any person get any written contract where the show say I don't join a business. So they use this thing for just when once people they just hear say this company they call you will be founder. How you will be founder for something where you never do anything. If you know this way, they say money that is I don't know that for German this way they
talk about German.
You know fit get money where you no work for.
Yeah.
You know fit get money for nothing where you no work for. So how you go give somebody a certain amount, only $95, and then your family will be rich, your children will be rich? How? Who will be working for you? If that's something where you say, okay, you go buy a certain share, you do this, person go understand, say, this is what you are putting in to receive something.
And of course, if you get a written contract.
Yes. And you get a written contract, person will understand. But all these things I talk now because so many of the people, the way they at least they keep their small money where they want support this revolution, they use them they use for people them back home. They suffer. They take the squeeze them, God remove them for house, take money from them. Then we again will they outside. We they use the one they from outside for take the money again from them. We they not get anything for send them back home.
Commander
I
Wati,
feel
thank you
say
so much.
I go in there and I remove this my money. You can know say removing it, I will know something. I will feel advise any other person. If person will like for here, in here. If person no want here, you know here. But I want you to say I don't go in there. I don't investigate the things that she said. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. If person where you do plan for join, I beg no join. Person where you don't join, you never yet make 1 month. If you never yet be 1 month, try for see if you feel recover your money back. But if you don't be more than 1 month, I write them, they tell me say no, more than 1 month you cannot do it. So every part, nearly every this I don't touch her. So now yeah, I want to talk say if really any person they where they plan for join, me think twice or go for internet, read about this thing, read about what you want to do, read comments the way people they write. Because once we look about a company, we don't read about the company, they try for read the comments the way people they write. People they don't really get experience about this thing, what they don't write, what they talk about this particular company. Not just go for something because you trust me or you trust Nine Chop or somebody. No, never trust anybody. If you hear, that is my motto. If you tell me everything, no matter how much you tell me, I have to find out for myself and see if really what you will tell me, even if you be mama me, what you will tell me if it be correct. Well, once I don't find out for myself, I believe in it, then I will do it. I never just hear you tell me say this and that, I just go and do it. So I just advise any person where maybe you don't put money already for day, or if the plan for put, try go for internet, read about this thing, read everything we put the right about it. Then you know say it is really a way of taking money away from our people, really.
And thank you so much, Madawoti. Because of time, I would like to get you to talk more. Maybe I will bring you again in the next days and for we to elaborate more on this. Now, come my country people, it will be interesting for when I say, me, Mr. Nanchob, I don't like to talk about you, I don't investigate. I don't get calls. In fact, plenty of people, even inside the interim government, even inside the revolution, they don't call me, talk for me. They want to introduce all the business. The worst, I say, some comrades them in the revolution. They make advertisement for the people. Then you get what poor people, they didn't even get the one for job. They wouldn't want to be rich.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yes. Even you, if I can't tell you now, say, oh, I guess your business idea way this. The way if I sweet them up for you and make them the kind of way, you go easily accept for one be rich. So who no one be rich? But the sad thing I say, even these people the way they even go for chuki, that means sometimes they don't they just go for inside who they want pull all man for, and that's why I commemorate you, Madawoti, because you decide say you not go take nobody go inside. You must first go investigate them.
Yes.
Even though they force you say bring people, if you not bring people within a short period of time, you go lost. They want me you bring people, many people within a short period of time. They want me you act so swift before you think, before you experience.
Yes.
So when you don't act,
yes, the number they tell you the number of people. They say so whether if you bring, so when I say 3, then each 3 get to bring 2. So when you bring 6, then each 6 when you take I get to bring how many? So they beat just like so many possibilities of bringing people.
So, and the worst I say, you get some comrades the way they be more zealous for the follow that thing than the way they be zealous for our liberation fight. More be real.
Yes.
They be more committed for follow that thing than they be committed for Ambazonian. And that's the way that they even be committed for. They never investigate them. They never experience them. They don't even know the end. They just be carried by some sweet talk for some people. Look, I went and did my investigation. I've spoken to a few people. Some person tell me say where for unpassive say that's not true. You will just give them $95. Just hope even if I lost the $95 now wait. Imagine they want 100,000 people with $95. You yourself calculate them. 100,000 times $95. Really? How many million way they put they make them already? Really? I calculate and they make hundreds of millions already. With that money, you were okay. For you now only $95. If at the end of the day, if you want to follow them legally, how much you go hire a lawyer? How much you go spend for one follow that case? You just at one point you go discourage. You say, "Man, I just lost $95." Exactly, that's the game. That's the game.
The worst part that say you not go even get them. The address where they will give you not go be the right address. the name where they use I know go be the right name. You know go even get person for follow up. So this things and like that, they use this name, they show when once you communicate with them, they communicate, they give you a number. But when once you want try for copy, you will see everything will be closed. You know go even that name, maybe they'll tell you say they don't even exist. You see, they will give you a name. Yes. So
man, the road to where they talk for you, like a victim. And I'll be happy because of a strategy we take them. He go inside the thing, he investigate them, he go reach for the highest level. He investigate them, he even talk with the big chair people there for the big people there when they control. He go far. Yes. Because I like your husband. In fact, I like you because your husband is a very intelligent man. When he start follow Saturday level, and I like you because you smart the way they do your things.
He tell me say, no worry, that money lost, I go do overtime, cover up for you.
I know, sir.
I know. Even if you stop me for anyway, just say, okay, I go do overtime, cover that money up. So it be for me very important for know which way people they put money inside, because I didn't really the number of people they will be see inside it be really enough it be too much. It be too much, really.
Well, we don't come to the end of this topic before I want to go into my next topic. Madhawotia, thank you so much for saying you don't can enlighten we. Now, I believe say you tell with this thing now because you know what me we fall victim. Listen, me, Mr. Nanchop, I never put $1 in that sheet. More than 50 people don't contact me. Can you imagine? More than 50 people. People that don't even contact me, the one can use my platform for advertise the thing. See, I know go be part of anything where we go scam Ambazonians and from money. My people are suffering already. And I know if you open door for anything way, it go Instagram scam. I don't go investigate these things. Go look videos, follow comments, go follow the opinions and the experience of others. It's there for internet. Others will give their experience for those things. Read those things before you want to get into something. Now, if you want to invest into a business, I might give you an advice. You see, it be easy. If I talk now say, more will contribute money, we raise restaurant, Ambazonian restaurant for some place, for some person, we sabi cook. Or some person we can say, some kind of feasible things. Okay, if you see some person where he know how to work farm, we just more raise money, we buy that person, farming utensils, and maybe machine for one country, send away go to work farm for Africa. That kind of thing I go put my money there because it be feasible.
Be realistic.
Maybe he want money for person want money where he want rare chicken. He get a business plan and look am. If you put and say, okay, I put money inside this, we'll make percentage. When you gain 10,000, I get 3,000, you get 7,000. That kind of agreement be feasible. Or some person say one plan banga, he need 2 million. We'll make agreement. Those are feasible investments. But person no can tell you say, put the kind of money, bring the people, them do this. Those things they will tell you about kills. What do you know about artificial intelligence? Have you even read about it? Did you even take your own time to read about artificial intelligence? No. It sounded good to you. The person sounded convincing to you. Of course. They don't learn. This is a psychological. Those guys are good. Yes. They don't learn. And then
be very focused. No matter what you talk, they be focused. They try to be stable. When they talk, they try to be very stable. For make sure say which way they talk, it be right. You know, no matter which way you try for one, no, they will be very stable. It is something good. You see, the main thing I say, they want me to remove that money. They want to get that share from it. That's all.
And once they get that money, when you start get question, just like you start get question, you try to call them, they become arrogant. This is terrible. Thank you so much, Comrade Dorothy. I am so happy that you come in for enlighten Ambazonian people, country people. A word to a wise is sufficient. The truth I say, if you only give an advice, I cannot take a decision for you. Now your money after all, now your decision, now your life. If you believe you will make an true that, I hear some person say, it don't be for one country or a life, you don't see the unpassive, now good thing. The person will be make the advertisement. Go look that video, analyze that video. It's a shame to even make that kind of utterance publicly. So all your life, you don't be for one country. Now for unpassive, you want to depend now, say, it will give you future and the hope. May God have mercy. And then you want to draw people into that shit. Unpassive, this thing, go look at it on the internet. 2018, the weekend I saw the ring for the whole place. That time, some of my friends tell me, so, oh, for December, the one launched that thing for January 2019. Get your money into it. If you don't get into it now, you don't lose. January, you don't come past 2019. 2020 today. Now the talk said one launch and for the end of the year. Write this down. I mean, I tell you, next year, they will see the tested one launch that thing. That's what they're going to do. And this has been there for so long. Once your money is in, it's gone. Well, the soul will not know. The soul will want to deceive. Will not want to get money. There are better ways to make money. If truly you want to invest, listen, I'm giving a tactic. Look, we got young boys and girls there, even for Gone One, where they be talented. You feel you can long girl and young boy. When I decide when I 10, when I say, okay, when I bring even a 1,000 or 10,000, when I open some good business for you, it will help the refugee them. And if you still get a turnout from the business, you don't have to stay for settle some person. Some person feel for ground zero way, you feel decide for invest even a truth. When I feel decide, even instead of a small group them, even a $100, when I 10, now $1,000, you feel open small market business for some person. You tell say at the end of the month, you get for the banner only rice and gari, the share for all people in the village for free. Made it turn the business, all the profit, 50%, you buy rice, gari, tomato, and salt, give them for free. 50% go for you. You don't invest. Now another way for help Ganzo, who must be innovative. You take money go get for India man for some kind of person, for some kind of team. Hope for my God. In fact, we'll take that topic off the screen before I vex. Because the only kind of thing that they make me misunderstand when I vex, now the city man don't vex. I don't tell when I say I don't want to express my vexation, my anger. I want to explain them. Now whether I make an attempt for explain them, don't fall for that cheap manipulation. Country people, more change topic, more enter for La Republic. I want to hold them for canas. Oops, small picking the city up. Tell them to go sleep. Because now so, Mr. Natural don't vex. And they take the two go for another level. Papa and mommy them. I want to welcome you for this special edition of Amber Voice. As soon as I see I don't talk, I'm going to put them on screen later, early enough. I talk say, I want to expose some few things for La Republic. By the way, before I start crush La Republic and I take a few calls there, please, the Amber Voice session today, the lines will be open for one for call. They'll be open for one for call. Country people, Papa and Mommy them. I want to explain some small thing for we before I round up this show for today. This thing I want to talk, if you miss anything we don't talk today, don't miss this thing. It be very important. It be very important. Papa and Mommy them. Okay. La Republique be very desperate at the moment. I don't talk on plenty times. I talk on yesterday. I will continue for which I talk yesterday. You see La Republique, they don't lose everything. They don't fail and they don't die. This same La Republique, no one give up. Okay. Imagine say, La Republique, I be tell you yesterday, say which La Republique their plan are for discourage we. They want to create confusion among we. They want to create a kind of situation where we will become discouraged on a long run. Then now, those the way they stand for independence, they will change their stance. They will can't accept now. They say, people don't overdie. When I hear Nick Castel Santos, he said, whether na federation or whether na independence or whether na confederation or we want peace, let them be peace. People don't overdie. When I hear that mentality, that's what La Republique wants. La Republique wants the people that would change their mindset and say, well, people don't overdie, Pekin they don't overdie, bad things they don't over happen for we. Then for say we fight now for independence. Look, I'm too much Chakara Day. We not be united. There is no collaboration. Too much Chakara Day. More just look now for where we just go for federation. When I hear Nick Santos to say, more na better back when I accept federation now. He say because if we not take federation, even a federation we not get them. So in other words, La Republique is treating we through Nick Santos. Those weak-minded people say, if we not accept the federation, the one giving now, we not get on it, we lost all team. What do you mean by lost all team? Who be La Republique for giving special status? And the question I asked yesterday, who be La Republique? But this is the mind game they want to play with us. Now the mind game when La Republique want to play with we. And they believe say, as they call we say Anglo-fools them, we foolish so much where they go manipulate we through this mind game, then they get we into their trap. Then now we will be worse. Listen, if we ever again, write this down, ever again by any means, go live together with La République du Cameroon, we go be worse than we first be. We the kind now say, oh, they don't marginalize we, they kill we, they brutalize we. We fight back, right? If we not use this advantage now, separate, we go accept anything, confederation, special status, or whatsoever, as some people want claim, we go be worse. Because La République and France will kill we overnight. What you want to talk? Where my God? Because we don't show them, so we get the ability and the mind for fight back. And if we give them the opportunity again for even sit down for table for laugh with them, for chop with the same pan, they go kill we all. No, yeah, probably talker. Probably ban talker for France, Abidede. It come off a mob. Bible say out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. That way probably a mob one run for talk for France. Say they don't try for do it, annihilate us, for extinguish us, for eradicate us, for deracinate we totally from the surface of the earth. For crush we, eradicate we, race we completely off the scene. Now probably talking. So they don't try yam. It's about the fail. It's about it be a failed attempt. Now we don't say I said that we try to eradicate them. They don't wake up fight exactly where they be the fear. It don't happen. You give them a second chance. Forget about it. Forget about it. Even France, they will put vaccine injection the way they go chuchu while picking them or kill them. That's not the reason do. They go put them some vaccines, some kind of thing. Chuchu while picking them or kill them. In 10 years time, you know we even hear any man talk English. Go for Boya, go for Limbe, go for Ekona, go for Munya. Now only French they talk. Go for Bamendia village where you go. They don't bring French there, now French. See, we there at a very delicate state. And La République no. It don't see our resilience. It don't see say it be impossible for you for win we. You know what La République did do? I will tell you yesterday. I'll continue today. The plan for La République now for create confusion and discouragement amongst us. Confusion in what sense? People like Ayaba and the West then, they don't already be bought over. Ayok Tabe, he don't be bought over. Ayok Tabe, look the game where La République play. If you want to play a milled game, if you think say, okay, if you dribble La République, you go just go play with La République, play along, let's say they with them, then it will sin willfully against Ambazonians them. Pretend, let's say, they will La République, accept their offers then, create the parallel government, do whatsoever they tell me do, then they go release you. When they release you, it go come now, you can't tell Ambazonians and say, oh, I be there under duress, for that's what I do. So, it chose La République than we. It create the parallel government for create the confusion. It be then an agenda for La République. It do all those things, all this confusion, where they do them, it be then an agenda. Inside mind, it say, it no say the hot Ambazonians. It no say which way they do. Look, I don't have to be fool. It no say which way they do. It be wrong. And it be against our quest for freedom. But inside mind, if you say you could just use a tactic for drivel La République, once La République fulfill their promise, so they don't give say they go free you and the others there. Once they come out, it will can join with you say, oh, I be trying to do that thing and the same I come out for prison. Even though it don't cause with damage, you know say where Ambazonians then go always forgive you because now people. It be the emperor, it be their God, as he call himself. It be their Mandela. So they will always forgive you no matter what evil we do. But as stupid as it be, La République play a double game. La République use it for create confusion. They tell you, okay, countryman, you don't do the confusion, you don't do all the thing in bed, you never enough. Do this again. It thinks a bit. Okay, since I don't start, Mark continue. It continue for do those evil things then. They continue for do one. La République at one point look at it. They say, no, it never be enough. Do this again. If I want open, it don't do things the way Ambazonians, they don't spit it out. And it don't say La République don't use it. They don't fulfill their promise. If Ayok Tabe be wise, if be careful know the enemy will get, La République never ever fulfill any of their promise. Since for 60 years we were together with them. They never ever. So now today they go fulfill a promise. La République na a devilish, dubious, wicked nation. Evil people, Satan. All their leaders and their people that they work with. Look at them. I want to expose something for you. In that state of mind of La Republique, which they try to do, I don't want to say the best thing will happen for we, the interim government. Because La Republique, if anything the way La Republique they fear, that this interim government. La Republique they fear this interim government because it's a government. It shows it in a country. It shows that people that be independent, they get a government. So if they want to attack we, they want to approach we, they must approach you from the standpoint that they approach another country and another government. Now, whether we see La Republique don't fight all things, they don't even succeed for deceive enablers. They can't talk say the idea of a government was a bad thing. You know why? They talk at the mind of La Republique. Because La Republique don't make them no say, because of that government, it be difficult for them to do what they want to do. And what La Republique want to do? They want simply fulfill their private wicked agenda against Ambazonians. And the thing that France they see. So La Republique don't succeed for 10 enablers and say, if we don't begin interim government, if we don't make peace, if we don't talk peace, if we don't make federation, and people know for the die again, things that will be easy. Now the very La Republique will get the first federation with them. Do wait to come out of it. So they deceive the weak mind. They say, if not the interim government, if we don't begin government, if we don't fix them, if you be the talk for Ayaba, say, if you be there not only you, if we don't talk with you, now you be the man. So Ayaba, because he be moved with ego and pride, self-recognition. One La Republique talk for you say, not only you be the man. If not only you want to talk to. If not the interim government, Sako and the rest and Chris and the maker, if we don't talk with you, if we don't come into a conclusion. So we cannot talk say, oh, the interim government was a bad idea. The committee also activists and they give us some money, they say, if we don't make peace be, if we don't talk for confederation, for special status, now because of the interim government, they point the finger, make the look at it, say the interim government are a bad thing. But you know why? Now because La Republique, deep in their heart, they are afraid of your interim government, Ambazonia. They be afraid of your interim government. They know, say, on international law, governments speaks with governments. Government talks with governments. So the interim government, they pull them to Switzerland for an international podium, table for talk. They fear because they know, say, when they go there, they go approach the interim government of Ambazonia, the government of another country. Automatically, they legitimize the existence of the country. They fear that public humiliation, which will be their tactics. They want to attack that institution, when your strength, the interim government. They want to attack your president, when your strength. Your institution, your county by county, your LGA by LGA, your interim government. That's the nightmare to La Republique. Now, you see, say, La Republique know very well, say, they don't know if can tell you, say, your interim government are back. Imagine, say, Antanganji come for television, tell you, say, the interim government was a bad idea. You know, say, Antanganji is your enemy, right? You know, go believe it. La Republique know, say, anything where they talk for their news media against the interim government. Imagine say we come one day here that they talk about Sako for CRTV. You know, say La Republique, you know, believe. So how they go do now for say may they talk things against the interim government, against Sako, against those institutions of Ambazonia for destroy them. So that Ambazonians they don't give them their support. They make it be destroyed because they want make it be destroyed. I tell you their tactics. Their tactics now for take those the way they claim say they be Ambazonians. Whether they claim say that they talk in the name of Ambazonia, for use them by proxy, for deceive you. For example, Atanganji, you know, say if he can make sure he talk against Dr. Sako, talk against the interim government, you know, go ever accept, you know, go believe. How do they call this? Diongute, all these La Republique activists, them, they are television people, them, they are journalism. They know say no matter how much they talk against the interim government. If they can't tell you Dr. Sakuna Tigman, interim government and Tigman, they talk anything, you know go believe. They go for look now, person way it there among you, where they like you. Where you surely believe it, or you don't believe it. For use for talk now against that interim government, for frame up lies and things away, if you hear them, you will be tempted for believe them. And when you believe them, you know go give support again for that interim government. You know, go give support again for that president, for that county, for that work where we're not going to do. Hence, you know, go stand and it go fail. We don't succeed, La Republique. Now, whether we see say Eric Tato, Tapang Ivo, Mark Berata, all these boys, La Republique don't take them now, buy them over, give them money, Give them lies. Then the engineer that will lie stories them. But they can't talk against Sako, talk against interim government, talk against Chris, attack the interim government. Think about it. Person say, if they with you for fight La Republic, every day, if they talk lie against you, against your interim government, in the favor of La Republic. Why? If the one make you think, say, which way they talk is correct. Ask yourself the question. That's why they can't coach Dr. Sako, coach the interim government. They say interim government are fake, this and that. Now, the very people that be tell you say the interim government it didn't have a condingi. Their president didn't have a condingi. Now, the very people that tell you say Sako and the interim government it be null and void. It not get no influence. The very people that tell you say Sako it not be under nobody, but every day that they sing Sako in him. If some person not be of importance to you, every day in name day for your mob. Think about it. They say the interim government will Sako for Sako na nothing. That is a fake interim government, na pigs. But every day that they attack them, they say you not get no value or no recognition. Now Ayok Tabe way there for prison get recognition. But every day they for sing against the interim government for Sako. Why? Because now the greatest nightmare against them. La Republique no say the interim government headed by His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako, now their greatest nightmare. Now their greatest nightmare presently, as this crisis is concerned. So, they don't see if they come out by themselves or can attack the interim government, they don't go succeed. Ambazonian and they go continue to support the interim government. They must pass through individuals the way they like Ambazonians. When Ambazonians, they don't believe them. Made a form lie like every tattoo. You see, he can form that lie every day against the interim government, against Dr. Sako. Their aim now say, they hope say, some Ambazonians will become discouraged. Okay, think about it. We don't declare war against La Republique. We don't declare war. And we don't take say for the war. May all man get engaged by committing to the Amber War draft. We have not seen that the biggest nightmare for La Republique. When La Republique be here about the Amber War draft, and they see where would they come with the raise money, when I see their reaction, Ambazonians will be real. When I see say Yaoundé was in confusion, Etudi be there in panic. France, Paris was in panic. United Nations was in panic. Those corrupt leaders, the way they support Pobia, when they don't go take gold for be quiet, when Pobia they kill people, they be there in panic. They be shake. Why? Because of the Amber War draft. Fear hold them. Fear grip Yaoundé. Fear grip Paris. Imagine say France, their president, he hold emergency meeting because of Ambazonian. No. France hold emergency meeting. They send the ambassador, he go hold emergency meeting for Yaoundé because of the war draft for the reason. They say, now a strategy where it be frightful and destructive against them. What do they do? They pump in more money now for pay activists them, pay people, they made they attack that war draft. Now, why that when I can't get some people, they wake up, they attack the war draft every day. They say the war draft na fake, the war draft na internet money. Okay. That very people they attack the war draft, they say the war draft na internet money. Now they tell you say that money for war draft, Sako don't chop them, Sako don't go chop. Oh, you see, they constantly for the race lies. Attack, race lies. They don't get nothing good comes from them. Always attacking and insulting, race lies. Why? Because they want to see you become discouraged. I tell you yesterday, say their main aim. They not so all would struggle. Some of them when they go do cleaning, you go do a hard job for work for factory, for lager, for Germany, and they call for Germany. Do some kind of hard job, you can't pay a draft. Where you don't sacrifice. Then some person who can't tell you say, some man don't chop that draft. How you go fee? Now the same lie that with the farmer for my trip to Boya. They say some person don't go chop their money for my trip to Boya. Now Sako do and na Sako. Now they raise all that thing for attack this institution. Why? Because when you stop for give it your support, the institution will fall and go fail. Automatically, La Republique don't win and the agenda don't be fulfilled. Before I round up and I take calls them, I want to talk something will happen for me today. I know call the name. A comrade for the revolution called me today, and I like what we talk. He talk say, Commandant Chop, like the minister that they go gather, they will not say they don't have Ayaba hotel. Wait till the past week for just use RPG, bomb them. wait till the pass for use RPG, just bomb them as a day for that hotel, send bomb, it bomb them. Or wait till the pass for as a day for this kind of place, go do this kind of thing, bomb them. Now true. If we go use RPG, bomb them. But they need to pick RPG for street. See, the war draft now one of the best strategies for we to make La Republic for bleed. When I want to brutally bring down La Republic down, see what they do, our boys they do, they popcorn them. They come with ammo car, they blow them off. You see those things now for street that they pick up. You must buy those materials and for maker. If you want more, use RPG. It be easy. Like when you go gather, say the whole meeting, the one gather the election, what boy they stand for some place. 200 meters away, send RPG, explode all my way day for day, kill them. As we say no election, any man way got that for that kind of place, we just use the RPG one, send them, wipe them all. As the story finish, once it happen once, twice, to rechange. But how would you get those RPGs then? We must buy them. How we go do buy those RPGs them? We need for raise money. How we do get the money? We get for contribute. How? And the best means for contribute. Now for you for go for your own county where you come out, contribute for day as war draft. So person where they tell you something you no contribute for war draft. Person where they tell you no put your money for war draft. Wait till where the indirectly try to tell you. If the indirectly try to tell you say no support the fight against La Republic. You understand the technique? It no can't tell you say no fight against La Republic. It will tell you say, oh, Ambazonian must be free because La Republic don't give money. It will say Ambazonian must be free, Ambazonian must be free. But it will tell you no support the war draft na sham. They go chop your money, they will take and go. It will tell you all the lie. It will frame up lies away. If you hear some of you don't want to listen to me now, when I don't be brainwashed by the lies of some activists like Eric Tato, Tapang Avo, Mark Barata, these idiots them. They don't brainwash you now with a lot of lies against our own self and against our common victory. Now the duty will like probably don't give them. You just say, Atanga Jigo can't talk, I talk where they talk. No. You know say if he talk, you go quickly no say, oh, it they against you now where they talk. They go paying at them, make them talk that talk. People that don't want to be with we. Look personally, Nick Santos. Nick Santos, we don't want to be a member of the interim government. Look, Ayok Tabe, if we don't want to be our president. When I will like public to use more. Tomorrow, when I don't miss my show tomorrow because I go expose when I not saying Ayok Tabe and Eric Tato, the key Ayeke. I go play the audio. You go hear Ayok Tabe all the way the gap. Country people, if you miss my show tomorrow Saturday, wait. When I go hear how Eric Tato them, they talk up, the plan I will La Republic, make the key Ayeke, I will play them for this show tomorrow. But man, no, two the street now small they chop. More keep on for tomorrow. More continue for today. I want to tell when I say this, look, these guys, they don't already said a revolution. They work full time for La Republic. You see that they attack the war draft. Okay, what will be the advantage of the war draft? When you raise money for the war draft, you go use that money. We go buy the RPGs and buy things them for strike La Republic. Let me can tell they want to talk about election. We need a bit to our skin. We just say they do the election. Listen, Ambazonian, that way La Republic they can't talk with the shake. It don't pass. I tell I don't change the game for the revolution, right? La Republic go they react now. We go the act. For too long, we don't react when they act. No, we don't. We have changed the game. Dr. Sako don't change the game. The interim government don't change the game. Non-chop don't change the game. Time don't pass for activism where they can't talk, no, we go knock. When they talk, they can't cry, they do it, they can't shout. Those things, best way they do the work, they make noise on social media. You show a result. You see. So the war draft, once you commit and you bring in to your county, near brother and sister for now when I say when I go look how when I buy the RPGs them, when I give when I own brother, they now weapon them. When I plan, when life probably they can't gather say that the dream be they make election whatever. Now one RPG they just put them for the pup, finish wipe them all. Pup, Tori finish. Once it happen once, you know they told me they come out of Switzerland. You know they ask them. I want to say, gone are those days where they say La Republic must come to Switzerland. Listen, La Republic go back win now for come to Switzerland. Ambazonians when hear me. La Republic go back we for go talk peace talk for Switzerland. Now the thing that we go put up our mind say no more begging. Listen, we no go ever beg La Republic for anything again for the life. And yes, somebody say, oh, are we begging like public to come to Switzerland? No. When our war drop, I want to know what don't be activated, right? When I see what our boys they do. Because before, they will not say we'll go to buy thing they will go. Now what I like, probably don't send soldiers for border, all the border, the army, they go over the song, rain and song will kill them for the no, we don't grow. Ambazonians, we are growing. We did learn fast, we did develop. May nobody not discourage your heart. Some person will tell you, say, the way the revolution then it didn't say things that did die. Oh, people that did die plenty. Oh, a bit discouraged. You're a bit discouraged now because you look the external things then. You're a bit discouraged now because you hear the wrong things then. Those people that deceive you, tell you lies, you listen to them. When you listen for somebody like Eric Tato, what you learn? Person we eating only for cosh, insult, frame up stories and lies. For him, only one be intelligent. Any other man, a dull man, would declare lockdown. It to say, for him, a dull. You know, for a foolish man. But some people have been lost in their own deceptive mind. Where they know say that only them correct. You see that kind of person, you don't say you get the problem. Person where you know say that only he correct, now he want know, now he be King Kong. But you know why? It do so because La Republic don't give you that agenda. It tell you say me no contribute for world draft. It tell you say world draft na sham. It tell you say Sako team money for my chip to pay. It tell you other thing. Why? It give you any proof. I want a proof. If you talk say I buy house, show me house. How you go manage to say I buy house, Sako don't achieve money, Sako buy house. Today you tell Sako na achieve man, achieve money buy house. Tomorrow you can't talk say Sako na broke man. He no get money for pay house rent, they don't kick you out of a house. Just imagine how you see stupid people, when man dull, they either talk lie. You know when you be moved by hatred and wickedness, you behave like person you don't craze. We should put them, that's how they behave. Today you say Sako don't buy house, then tomorrow you say Sako they don't drive Sako for your house, where you never pay house rent. In all house where buy when I be landlord, they drive you, they say never pay house rent. See how you deceive Ambazonians then. But Ambazonian, they will know why they do that in them. You know why Mark Barretta they do that in them. You know how Tapang they do those things there. Now their agenda that way La Republic they pay them for. That's what La Republic is paying them for. Because La Republic they know say if they send their own journalism and their own people they make the talk that in, you know go be discouraged. Their target now say make you become discouraged and weak. Their target now say may you give up. Their target now say may your heart become burdened, may you vex, may you raged. May you not support the interim government when La Republic is greatest nightmare. May you not support Dr. Sako. May you not support the IG. Plenty of when I do when I be vibrant. Why you don't become weak? You don't become lukewarm. Because somebody don't succeed for brainwash you. Who is that? The enemy of your revolution. Look, La Republic for the past don't always try for use na Ambazonians and for destroy Ambazonians. They use na Tanganji. And you know the one that use na Matoka say illiterate fools. Look at Tanganji. First school living certificate graduate. Now they go use it, they make it the Minister of Territorial Administration. They put in now the key Ambazonians them. They use now illiterate, wicked, greedy people. Look, Eric Tato, Tapang Ivo, Mark Barretta, look at them. Wicked, greedy picking them. Some of you now, I want to talk this thing before I start take calls them. I want to make this thing very clear, Papa and Mammy. You see, none of we no be free. Most of you now, we are there for diaspora. Some of them are there for United Arab Emirates. Some are there for China. Some are there for the corner. All we suffer for abroad. For play we there for one man country, no be a country. Some of them are there, we never even get paper for the country when are there. Some when I even get paper, when I get the citizenship for the country when I there. But when I not enjoy the rights and the freedom of that country, like the people where they be the real indigenous of the land. Now only for people where they recognize you. Some people then they were every tato asylum seeker one. You don't even get people from America. You know if you travel. If you run all that mob. Some of you know they run compare me and they go all over. If you travel, go sir. Oh God. See, this revolution will be competition. Because if you see the plight of our people, some of them have Dubai ma aggression. Most will know when they for United Arab Emirates. We go for Pinion Square. Go see una sister them for them. Some of you know that watch me. They live Akbara. They sell their skin them. Some of you know if you take asylum for them. Inside Europe or America, some country in the way if you take asylum, at the end of the month they give you asylum benefit. They figure you like 400 euros. That kind 250,000 Cameroon money. When you chop, when you take care of yourself every month. So some person go be lady, all the people that they run their mob them. They take the social benefit for Europe. For them, they be happy because even in the next 20 years, government will give them that social benefit for the country today. But you there for country where if you no go work under sun and rain, if you no fight, you don't even go to some country, you don't even take asylum for that country, you don't get passport. The country don't even recognize asylum status. You suffer. It idiot. Every time to for America, they do it people no get it, do it right thing. La Republic the pumping money, it ain't fine. So it will fulfill the agenda for La Republic, for talk against the interim government, for talk against you when you no contribute money for draft. You get for no say. When you contribute for the draft, you empower now your ground zero fighters them, your county fighters them. I love what we brought talk. It talks say, well, like the guy of that Ayaba hotel, we just go there, put strike and we want RPG, destroy all those ministers them, whether they sleep for the one RPG or two, they destroy all of them, wound them. Very good thing. But how we go fit raise money for buy RPG for destroy them? If we no draft. So you go be now, you there for one country, you dey hungry for go home, you dey hungry for freedom, you dey suffer. Now true, how we dey suffer? Mo no lie, how we dey suffer for one country? Now why don't we fight for our own country? But some person will can tell you say, we don't go take money for La Republic, it is no draft. No draft. That's why we want draft a bad thing. It no say you suffer, it no say you struggle for earn money. It tell you say you want draft, Sako go try your money, interim government go try your money. Ask yourself the question. The interim government don't tell you may give them money for draft. We don't, for all man we don't draft. We don't tell you say you don't give money for interim government. I want to give my money for draft, I don't give for interim government. I give for my county. So I don't know how interim government get for do with money I give for my county. The thing get now for do with the county. And now we for the county would follow up. And the follow up to Koro. So, fellow Ambazonians, this one our common fight, our common destiny. La Republic, because they fear this interim government, they fear the two way the war draft will do against them. They know say we want to upgrade the game. Now why do they fight this war draft? Now why do they try to discourage you when you know draft? Now why do they tell you all these lies them, through Eric Tato them, Mark Barata them, name those hungry rats. Look, any man where they thief from poor man or where they take advantage of a poor man, he own poor. It was. It be terrible, papa and mommy then. Say, people that will suffer, picking they die. Somebody they go take money for La Republique over the blood of our picking them. Can you imagine? See, everybody die for Ganzoro, picking they die. Every time they go take money for La Republique, for fight the Ambazonian government, for fight Ambazonian government, for fight Dr. Sako, for fight the draft. Ask yourself that question, say, why did he fight this draft? What to be the purpose for the draft? The draft now for fight La Republique. For buy RPGs them, buy weapons them, for kill La Republic soldiers them. Then why did he fight them? If you know the fight in the favor of La Republic. When I see the simple mathematics, even a fool will understand, say, they picking where they talk every day against Sako, against the IG, against the draft. Where the draft now will be against La Republic. And we know say La Republic they fear the IG. Because La Republic no can't tell you so we no draft. They know say they don't get no audacity for tell you. You just a time you come for television can't tell you so we no draft. You know if you do one. But they will fight. La Republic smart, France smart. Now the game that they play with, they will find an activism. They give them money. They give them $100,000. They will glad because they're poor people. You see, what to be 100,000 to compare for the souls of our children and the plight of our people. You know the rich is already inside the soil of Ambazonia. I swear to you, write this down. We will get Ambazonia. We will credit the account of at least each family for at least 100,000 euros. More. Each family. Look, Libya, what Gaddafi will do for Libya. When you finish, as a student, you graduate, you marry a woman, they give you a start-up. Health insurance, free. Every month, people who don't get work, they go get free money for live. Now say that for Germany. Those who don't get work every month, they get at least 1,000 euros. Some they get 700 if you been a single, and even a family, 2,000. May they live. They wait till they get. They can say social services for the people. And we get everything for Ambazonia. Yet, some white people, they go pick crumbs. La République, they be sponsored by Total and the rest where they draw petrol from Ambazonia. Now they give them money for pay the activists them. Why? Because who said they take the petrol? Now stay for Ambazonia. Then they take your own team, sell them, take the money, bribe you for fight against your own brothers. Them. May they no profit from that thing. Slavery. Is there any better definition for slavery? The ball is in your court, Papa and Mammy. My brother will see me. The ball is in your court, it's in my court. These individuals, they live in time. They didn't live in eternity. And anything that happen, this time will expire. They feel only delay our independence, but they don't cancel them because Ambazonia is already free. I don't tell them that we already be free. We fight for the international recognition for the independence, and we fight for defend it against our traitors them and enemies them. So for the individuals where they want to try to fight with somehow, where they go take money for the Republic for one sell we for create all the confusion them. No confusion not amongst we. Because those who they did for independence, they be united, they be one-minded, they be steadfast. Okay, see come a UN. See me. Come a UN, he go die for independence. Mr. Nanchop, I go die for independence. How you go man can tell me and come a UN say we collaborate? We are already collaborating. And if I want to come in my show, I need to go shit out Comorian and say, oh, Comorian, which I talk. If Comorian want to write, you want to make audio, any can shit out to me, Nanchop, say Nanchop, no, we are already collaborating. Because which way talk, he write them. Once I read them, it match with my spirit, I say correct. I just give you an example. Look, Kemi Ashu, wonderful activist. By the way, I want to use this opportunity for commemorate this were wonderful writing activists there. If you know the read Kemi Ashu, if you wake up for morning time, first you get for do. You get 2 of the word, and then 3 of the word like them. Kemi Ashu, Ngabu Love, Jennifer DK. If you wake up for morning time, as you take your breakfast, open your WhatsApp or your Facebook, check Kemi Ashu, check Ngabu Love, check Jennifer DK, credible Ambazonians. Any way they talk is correct. Nami Manchop, I stamp them today. We stamp for them. Any way Kemi Ashu talk, Ngabu Love talk, Jennifer DK talk, is correct. Because now people the way me, I don't crown and say they stand for independence. 100% independence. You know, can't you say, me Nanchop collaborate with Kemi Ashu? No. Me and Kemi Ashu already collaborate. So that just should call me. I take my father call. I say, hi, mama, how story? How no? Petit say, I call story me. So that we do the story, you know. So that we even want some materials when one can go show. I call you say, hey, Kemi, how? Or you want? We are already collaborating. We don't need any because we want the same thing. But how person go there for special status? Some person there for confederation. Some person don't give up coalition for surrender. When he don't follow all a forgery for coalition for surrender, it don't work. He come back say, oh, more collaborate. You don't discover and say whenever they come with collaboration or whatsoever, they go kill our soldiers then. Ambazonians will get for learn. We get for learn by now. I don't open the lines. I want to take a few calls them. I want me when I call in today. I want me put them call in today. For the next 19 minutes, I will receive when I call them. And I want me Ambazonians to understand say La République is tactics. And for create discouragement for her. Some people then they will be very vibrant for the revolution. But if you all ask them now, they don't lost. They don't become so lukewarm. They don't even share posts again. They don't even get that bonus for talking about independence. Exactly which way La République want them. If you be that kind of person, me you know say La République don't catch you as from today. Make up your mind for becoming radical. If you need the spirit of just call me. Sometimes some person in fire they go down. If your fire go down, you want me a fire touch again, my number. Just call me. Now 5 minutes I talk with you. 5 minutes. I inject that spirit of fire. You become look. All we must burn. We must burn to go boya. That means we before boya will explode. We must be radical for the independence. So one time radical. I get the first caller on the line. I take the first caller away. The call away. Hello, comrade. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Yeah, hello. Good evening,
Yes, madam. Welcome to Amber Voice. Good evening. How for you?
Oh, different. Thank you. I like what you talk. Fire on. I want to talk on one thing for Ayabacho. I'm sending message for Ayabacho. Me Ayabacho write a will. We keep up. But I believe we don't write a will since. Because Ambazonian no go ever accept Ayabacho. Even he coffee. Even he die body. Ambazonian no go ever accept Ayabacho in die body. La Republic no go ever accept Ayabacho because they don't spend money. Ayabacho no deliver. Every cattle na the very thing. They don't go ever enter Ambazonian. We dey write their will keeper. Mark Barata write their will keeper. Papa Daniel write their will keeper. The time when they explode, he kill all boom people them. They want support problem. Right away, keep them because you will enter Ambazonian and you will go for the public. All them are sending message for them. We will write their way, keep them. If God bless the man, we can stand first, Dr. Sako, from president to president. What is problem the fear? The day when the problem die, problem don't die, see no matter the mango. France president stand up, on and get maintenant. Now they don't forget. Because they want get Ambazonian, they want key Ambazonian, but it fail all them. Even the crime that the COVID is not there for France. If the crime as well, Ambazonian they don't go. So we get for war on and there. But when they read that we people because they're not gonna enter Ambazonia. And France not gonna ever take Ambazonia. Yes. If probably the man we get canas, we can stand first. President Sako, we can stand first President Sako, now president to president. We dey stand the fight. They talk.
Wonderful. Thank you.
That's all every cut of them. Because all that money when they spread them, you don't waste. I tell you, listen carefully. You don't bribe every person. But if you say bribe the main matter from the great you wake up, I'm going to say, I tell you, you don't succeed. Every cattle, breaking, they need to make the will keep them. Black Barata, breaking, they need to make the will keep them. Because they don't enter Ambazonia and they don't go for La Republic because they don't deliver. Ambazonia must be free.
Amen.
Mr. Nancho. We must be free. Let them kill it down left and right. Left and right. They cry for the money they don't take them. They regret because they know that Ambassador don't be free. And again, we all the solution fighters them. We don't work Ayabacho family. We don't raise them for the earth. Come on, for the very thing, we don't raise in family them. We all the solution fighters, we don't hear. Because the people, the boys that don't kill them, they pay me. So say me my heart crying, me be happy. We don't kill all any cattle that picking the way keep about all side for Douala. We don't wipe their family. We don't see and say, you don't find for kill other money on picking. Then they give them change. The way they get a paper money. Like probably they give them a change. They're not fine. So they take their change. Then me they write and we keep them. Then the information to me go for phone. They even see their life. We can stand if first President Sako.
Thank you.
If first President Sako, then a better mandate.
Thank you.
All these cricket them. Because they cricket, they know nothing. They don't deliver Ambazonia. The plenty with 8 million.
That's right.
We can kill for Switzerland.
Okay. Thank you, comrade. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fire on, Mr. Nigel. Fire on.
Thank you. Wonderful.
President Sako, for them. They need a drink to and before they can sleep. It may be the no sleep President Sako or drink.
Wonderful. Thank you, comrade. Amen. Wonderful. I will take the next caller. By the way, everybody click for your share button. Listen, admins them. I don't tell you say if you see any person with the comment we never share, block it. So I know if you comment again in the future. This kind of show, what you enter La République Imaro, hot La République. You know what? La République more here. People more get Ambazonians more. Listen, knowledge the help people, it bring them, put them in a position of power. Share. Man, I take the next caller will get you on the line. Oops. Call away the call on WhatsApp. Just hold on. Man, take the other call away the call directly because the call from afar. Please just hold on, sir. Please. Okay. Hello, comrade. Welcome to Amber Voice.
My brother, good evening.
Good evening, sir. We hear you, Papa. Broke with Tori.
Okay. The truth is waiting. I like the way our sister just talk. For life, you need to take day and you compare them with night.
Mm-hmm.
Are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
And something they will be very simple. They say you not be use Satan, you compare them with God.
Mm-hmm.
But the same Satan, he believes God, they see what God is do and see what God is talk. It is even tremble, past we will stand where we talk to the follow God. Because he knows the importance of the power of God. So for these other irrelevant people, like Heritage or all those people, when they become called President Sarko name to do this, we will not ever begin look and like saying or something because themselves they tremble over what it happen. Because for the whole of Cameroon, with one we check and we see what he come up, President Sarko don't be the only person way he don't deliver. But since when this struggle start,
yes,
President Sarko don't be very true with ourselves. Be open with ourselves. Don't lie ourselves. President Sarko be the only man we don't deliver. That's why you see plenty people to look, but they make a try for making me calm down. But I thank God say wait, na person we get focus. Na person we get focus. And how you be rightly talk with that show. President Sarko, if you want to look President Sarko, not today you look President Sarko, you look it away the day accident. For activism, that way be to do, wait till be to do. You go ask yourself, you go know some kind of choice for choose. So that two things that we need to compare. But the see when I want to call for talk today with my brother. So one person they will be saying inside this weekend we come out the cry in Congo failure. I debate my brother then. They will not be very wise. We are not listing anything where he come out from that criminal mouth. This guy is just out to make his money, to live large with his family. He can fabricate cry every day because he knows what to captivate the people. Because where else you say it not be relevant again, if he can't fight, forget some people for there, let us talk see Congo pay the wrong camp of it, talk this about that killing for Kumba. Not na joking, everybody know what happened. So at the Bekuna, more try for keep focus, more keep irrelevant people outside.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful comrade. Thank you so much for calling, sir. So I think I already get another caller on the line. Wait on the wait. We'll get another caller. I would lie on the wait. Thank you so much for waiting. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice. Hello, patron.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Nancho. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for waiting, Papa. Thank you. So now you get floor. Would hear you, Papa?
I get for wait. Ambazonian, I'm a land.
That's right.
I'm a blood. I'm a pass and parcel of me. If I tell you, say, Ambazonian, I dey sleep, I dey dream. Need your one. Now, I my own contribution. I just talk and say, they bring for study print passport, ID card, the identification may go around the world. If a T-shirt, may some of us do well everywhere. So that as that doctor for that doctor be come out talk with Chris Anu. More make you said no always be slowly in the country and the country will really be no go the wait again so that people who don't really get passports for other part of the country, they print their passport, they give them any border with any foreign country, no say Ambazonian exists. And it did. Nobody say to say it exists, but it don't really exist. The thing that my own contribution that.
Wonderful. Thank you. I like your idea, my brother. And that one a future-oriented idea where it be a very tactical idea where I will elaborate more on that kind of tactical moves in the next coming weeks. But may I take some calls and want to talk to you about this one liberation fight, Papa Mamidem. If you call and miss your call again. I don't repeat them. Say we're on a very good road. Yes, Duana Patole na Patole because Patole, welcome.
Yeah. Courage, brothers, do not stumble. No die but be darkest night. God send the stars to guide the humble. Trust in God and do the right. Some will love thee and some will hate thee. Some will flatter out and some will spy. God send the stars to guide the humble. Trust in God and do the right.
Yeah. Just say Patole come today. There is a choir house. Patole don't can sing now. That's somewhere Patole sings so now hear that message. That's I wish I would feel replay up. Would I go play the party? Thank you so much. You know, Ambazonian, they get wonderful people with wonderful talents, wonderful way of communication. Patole don't communicate today now with a song. You know, talk plenty. You only call, he sing, say trust in God. May your heart not be discouraged. I like that talk. You see, if you read Bible, for some of you that don't read Bible, you know there is a difference for read and study. So man, don't even go for the studying part. If you read Bible, you know how many times the word "do not be discouraged" come up. Imagine God, they take the people of Israel for go fight nations where they don't exist before Israel. Israel became a new nation where God deliver and take them out of the hands of the Egyptians. New nation. But on their way, they fight so many battles. And whenever they go fight a battle, you know what you got there? Let not your heart be discouraged. God take Joshua. First thing we tell Joshua, let not your heart be discouraged. God don't always tell we say, me will not be discouraged. And you know why? La Republic and the devil, even Satan knows say, for kill the people, the first thing for do, discourage them. No, even you, look, even for your life, anytime you don't fail for anything to do, the first thing where it costs you for fail, you become discouraged. You see some person, they go school. You see some young girl, they go school. He go carry belly. He just become discouraged, each way education. I get two friends, them. This one a true life story for the Germany. Two girls them. All will start studying medicine. And some of them, I don't know, say I start studying medicine. I do medicine for 2 years before I drop out. They start studying medicine. Something that they can say physical, the exam you get for pass and for proceed. Okay. One of that girl then, he passed. The other one passed. The other one continued. A medical doctor today, a very good friend of mine. The other one, on the lane, he go carry belly. And with financial hardship and difficulty, he give up. The other one too at the top, he to carry belly. My friends them. So I talk about instance for two girls who are all them carry belly. One carry belly, he no give up, he no be discouraged by that pregnancy. The other one carry belly, he be discouraged by that pregnancy. He dropped the school, he go born. Should today never go back for school. He medical career, everything he can abandon. Should today he not be a housewife. The other one carry belly, go born, come back and continue. Today she's a medical doctor. Don't be discouraged. Sometimes for your life, the only way to make you know to achieve your dream and your goal, that discouragement. Something go just happen, it just discourage you. Look, nothing good comes easy in the language how we used to talk. Something go just happen, it go just discourage you, and that's what your enemy know. Even the devil knows say the only thing for you for derail you from your destiny. Now for do it, for may you be discouraged. You see all the two, I don't tell you, I say La Republic is simple plan. I don't expose them today for now. I need to talk about it again. Now for make Ambazonians, they become discouraged about the fight because we don't crush La Republic. La Republic is finished. They know the one show outward they say they be finished. They still make camouflage, but they don't finish. Imagine say La Republic, he only trust right now. He only hope. Now say he go bribe activists them, bribe people them, make them try for convince women who can't take special status. La Republic, you hope now say I still don't pay every tato, pay Tapang Ivo, promise a yok tabe position with Camto and all that kind of thing. Now, to France, they do not say that France is mastermind thing. They hope so when they do all it, once they get a green light, say Ambazonians they become discouraged from independence. They change now, they accept special status. We don't lose that dream. If Ambazonians they become discouraged now, they don't support the war drop because which way like probably no one. Now so our boys and they bomb them every day, let it happen. Would it explode them, kill them every day? They know what and they fear. So they know say the only way they feel stop and for make you when you become discouraged, may you not support the interim government, may you not support the war draft, because now the war draft defy them, and at the interim government they challenge them. And their biggest nightmare that discouraged. So they will create all these kind of situations. People they will can't lie. If you give money for war draft, they will chop them, they will tip, they did all these things. Because I repeat the last time, you struggle. You go think say so I contribute money for this struggle and save some put a job. Or you go become discouraged, say, oh, me no contribute, me no do this again, me no do that. Infighting there, collaboration no day. That time say collaboration. Now a fake word when they try to use and that's what I mean if you say collaboration, no, they no need for you to support the struggle don't spoil. When I hear every time I go pay some small girl, the small girl go make video. Call her, hold on, I'll connect you. So the small guy go make video. He talk say, every tato they tell every day when I see boya, go stand out there for boya, go stand out there for boya, struggle, don't spoil. More no fight again. Man, imagine. Na person everyone freedom. He tell you say, struggle, don't spoil, more no fight again, more leave, more give up, all things not spoil. Na person that we want freedom. Why he talk so? Those are words to discourage you. Exactly what the devil wants. Exactly what the Republic wants. May you become discouraged and weak. Once you become discouraged and weak, you know the fortune, you know the fight, you know the support. What will happen? Our fighters for Ganzero, they know get AK, they know get popcorn, they know get RPGs for counteract La Republic. They will be subjugated. La Republic will win them, overpower them. And small, they will see all things will die, will go back for normal. Now, why the way La Republic they pay the chiefs them? If La Republic knows they get power and control over it, why they get for pay bribe people them? For work for them? Listen, we are the never again generation. We are more than that. You understand? I'll take the call away down the line. Hello, Papa. Hello, Mama. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Nansho. Thank you so much for what you did on behalf of Ambazonian. And I thank all Ambazonian people. My brother, I want to copy some style from President Dr. Sako. Dr. Sako gave one policy. Ignore anybody around you and move forward. We understand that people like you must always come up or open up something there. The books around there from the people they all say themselves. But if we keep on for call this guy Eric, like now he did the wash for people they will talk for candy talk for people to forgot listen. No, just ignore all these guys, they will die silent, and will continue to go ahead.
Hold on.
We will focus on ground zero.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, we will focus on our ground zero. More the shooting continue. More only equip our men for ground zero. That our boys will tell go boy. All this talk for the talk about the area them. We will just leave them. Continue go ahead. Now all that one contribute. Then this guy for Douala, the guy we interview Nambere. If you follow that interview, you know so that guy too, we get a pathway they don't give me play for sabotage, we fight. That would require a will. They need to start follow up that man very well. He gets so pathway, he want play for sabotage or fight seriously without a pigeon news stop them. If you follow the interview. So we need to put eye on you so that me know say anything what you do, you will go free for. So that me at least adjust the steps there. Thank you.
Okay. My response to the comrade, and then I make mention. I will the round up now. We'll go for the round up now. I think that will be the last caller. We'll already be 2 minutes above the time. My round up. My talk this thing. When I see some people say when I ignore. Listen, the mistake we don't make for the revolution is so we don't ignore a lot of things. And I don't tell when I say whatever you confront, you overcome. You see, which way you neglect them, it grow. people then they way, when they go hear all this lie where the beginning they talk and say, oh, Sako is eating your money, the interim government is eating your money. I told you that draft now fake, that draft now fake. Don't contribute your money for the draft. When did they talk about that to them? They don't know. Some people are being so gullible. People don't know that they easily believe any lie. So they go hear that kind of thing. They go hear, even like you, just think, I don't talk this thing, I don't give this analogy. Most of you would know how to struggle for earn money for one country. Even you a car. You go earn your money if you play with dinner, suffer under some money. You pay ward draft. Some person, or you want to pay ward draft, some person can tell you, say, okay, you pay ward draft, you say, that money you don't pay for ward draft. Some person don't chop am. If you use and go sleep with your woman for hotel, the chop crap. How you go feel? You go feel bad. That means you go feel as if some person don't rob you, some person don't. That one will give you a bad feeling. You go feel discouraged for support the struggle again. That's exactly their aim. So they tell you all that lie and all that bad thing enough to discourage you not to support the struggle. So if you talk, say, more just ignore them. It means you they accept them. Say, what they talk not true. But these guys are not taking money for La Republic for do this thing. What they suffer now are gullible people. They suffer. Now our innocent picking the way they die every day they suffer. So we don't get for forward arms to allow this evil. And I wish they make more Ambazonians arise against these people then. Arise. I don't understand some of these people get for die. I don't tell anything. Personally, every time to get for die. And he talk one without any repentance. Personally, don't give himself for the devil for fight against Ambazonia. Consciously. Because some person they do something, you say one are ignorance. But this one are a conscious act, well crafted and planned. Just because of Ayok Tabe, where you don't go sell with for special status. It be terrible. It's hilarious. You see, you don't ignore these things because me have to say, oh, Ademi for play what they Ademi fan. I ignore it. Anyway, if people like they believe, they don't believe. You see, before one come into the fight, I did well to do. I don't live for one man country. This is why this small picking. I don't come one man country. Since why this small picking. If I about look at well-being, I don't go see any reason for me for enter into the fight. I don't expect nothing. See, 2014, 2015, I invest 50,000 euros for Cameroon. 50,000 euros from my pocket while I invest for that country. That Cameroon government robbed me of my money. 50,000 euros. That's about $60,000. Change it to CFA, you know how many million I talk about. I don't instead contribute to the economy. I don't get nothing for profit for the country. I raise up company for employ young people for get job, for help the young people. I will still live my life for Europe. So many of you now that they join the fight, not because I get interest for that country, but because we will now want the best for the people. And now it depends with the more, some of we the more. If we see, say, we fight this fight for the betterment of even the less privileged. Okay, you there for one man country. Some family, they don't get one picking for one man country. Me and you, as we talk now, some family, they never even get gari for drink today. Now the people that would fight for. So, I don't ignore, I cannot ignore it. For Sise Biagoki, look at the poor people. Look, what they don't even get one for chop. Look at where they stay. You don't see people play they stay. Where they live for huts. People don't even get light. They don't get nothing. The natural resources where God don't bless them with. France and La Republic being willing to kill and eradicate all them because of it. The world is silent. The international community is playing lip service. And then you want me for be quiet. Curse be any man with the good thing money for La Republic. Look here. Sometimes when I travel around the world, I'm not talking about because of one boss. By the grace of God, I don't get the opportunity to travel from many countries. Wherever I go, I meet Ambazonians. You see them poor. You see the way that they suffer. You see the way our people are suffering. Africans in general. And you look at where we come from, what we get. See, we need to kick the occupier out. We need to fight for that which belongs to us. We must fight. And if it means someone will kill some of our brothers and sisters them, whether they go take bribe for La Republic, they be enablers them. Listen, something that's a bigger and lesser evil. If the lesser evil for kill our own brothers and sisters, we go for kill them. I mean, I thought, look, Ambazonian will never be radical enough for the tolerate people like Eric Taton and Mark Barrett and Tapang, where they can't talk this dirty, then they play diaspora politics over the life of what people they die. You see how La Republic take what's our brother the other day, they put it for them, they put gun for it, they shoot it. Say that they kill. You look at those images, what comes in your heart? How person go say our people they die so it go take money, it no get these guys you no get conscience. They will go to some more race war draft for fight back. The same you no contribute, man. Just think. Look, is there any better definition for wickedness? No. If you get a better definition for wickedness, any man will tell you something you no contribute for the war draft. That man be worse than Satan. Any man will tell you something you no contribute for war draft for fight La Republic. That means the man be happy with you La Republic to do your picking them. When I don't mean something, if I talk, I for cry the past, let me say if I explode, matter. You know, I'd always try for one keep the equation balanced. You know, not for over become emotional about these things. I still young. Yeah, I still get for make my own family. I still want to live young. This thing is a collective thing. We all are fighting together, and we can only succeed collectively when we put our energies together, our resources together, our powers, our might, our strength together. If some person they tell you no push, when they try for push both motor, we don't have for poto. Some person they say no push that motor. Imagine so when I dey inside motor, the motor go tight for poto. Where the motor be the car when for a journey. So we just say oh more or we come go enter poto push. That person tells you no push because that motor na daddy a friend in motor no push am. Therefore when no want to see me push am because no want see me motor tight for poto. You sure you see that man a wicked man. If forgetting that very motor where you dey inside, when the push am may go ahead for complete that journey. That person, if there's no push, that indirectly, he wants someone to tight for that people you remain for day. Fellow Ambazonians, any man will tell you you not support the revolution financially. We not support the war draft. We not support this fight against La Republique. That person, and La Republique. That's my now all that I conclude for you. No matter which way talk. If you can make 100 shows them, tell you say Ambazonian must be free. It talk all that thing. Person when I see these things enough is enough, Maza. It is well. I round up the show for today. This is a person they call me on direct line. Let me take the last caller because he call on direct line.
Yeah. Mr. Nanchop, the German, Mr. Nanchop,
thank you.
German steel.
Yes, now the first woman we called today. My son? Yes, Mom, I did fine. Do I know you the first woman we called today? So, hey, my money, you change number every day. I get a number from my phone.
No, not the only number this I get. Sometimes I get a different money number, and now money this.
Hey, now money. Okay, Mama, I will save the one again. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, Papa. I just want to thank you for this great job what you do. And I pray for God. May God continue to bless you. May God protect you. May God hide you under a cross. Cover you, blanket you with the blood Amen. Of the Lamb. Say no weapon fashioned against you or fashioned against anybody will prosper. Listen, when anybody talk say they don't like make you talk about other people than for the show. The people they don't know it in they talk because you debunk a lot of things. I get people the way they be contribute for this we struggle. Find people there where they will be firm. But when they go listen for EPOM, what do? They come back, they start talking with their corner mouth. They need to talk straight again. Because they don't go listen for something wrong. And that people the way they don't get wisdom. You know the Bible talks the wisdom comes only from the Lord.
That's right.
And I don't meet a lot of them. I don't try for redirect them, for tell them say wait till EPOM stuff, it be lie, but they stand for their belief. So I'm really glad because when you come out like this, you debunk all that in the way that you talk. You know, you shed a lot of light. And I just want to talk for Ambazonian and say, please,
make una need to listen for negative, because when you listen for negativity, before you want to know, you will start to be a negative person too. Before you want to know, you will start to talk like that person. You know, yes, we feel listen for hear the kind lie, but no go listen, they start believer. They say to listen for something. If you even if person when they talk lie, when you don't talk lie, then what should you do? It is not believe for the lie the way you don't talk. And I think says, Aircom will be a good activist. As if we don't go take that money, that 60 or 30 pieces of silver, you don't go take it now. It is worry. And which na fit talk, I just want to thank you. I want to thank Restoration Fighters too, because, you know, we hope now for them. And I encourage everybody, even if you don't get money, you know, now holiday time this or Christmas time this, as you don't try for chop, you want to try for buy something for spoil yourself. So think about the fighters and think about the suffering refugees then. You know, make you go for your local government. Try for give something. Try for do something. Help this we cause. Help this we struggle. Really, this we struggle. It not being for some particular people there for fight and for all we. Others they fight with their blood and their sweat and you know and their soul. But we get for fight and just financially. We do work money every day. If we do work money every day, I think so we send with hands, deep down with pocket, we help with other fellow people there. Mr. Nachop, I thank you plenty for your platform. Say at least for your platform we get voice. Will we talk anything, will we contribute for this we struggle. Thank you plenty and may God continue to bless you.
Thank you, Mama. I think that was the last word of the day. Fellow Ambazonians, we've come to the end of this show of today. I want to thank Ouna, and tomorrow I will be live again. You know I miss my show of tomorrow. But before you go, I want every one of you still watching to please click on the share button. Click share. If you don't share it yourself, share enough for another group. If you never share this message. Click on the share button. I want to enjoy this beautiful piece of music by our beloved brother Minister Silver. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. See you guys tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Cheers.
See what the terrorist regime of La République du Cameroon are doing to our innocent people. They were looking for money. Since they couldn't see money, they decided to take the life of this innocent child for about 2 months. We are pleading for the intervention of international community.
Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Them are shooting us, them are killing us, them are burning our houses, so them are killing us, them are shooting us, them are raping our children. Wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do, wait till we do. Atanga Chipolo, wait till we do, Mr. Pia, wait till we do, La Republico, wait till we do. UN is watching when they are killing us, they are burning our houses. Oh, AU is watching when they are killing us, they are raping our children.